weeks of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
Oh, good return up past the 30. The 40. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Saints. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for a team who just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Taken from about the 12.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Now the first running back drafted in April, this is Breece Hall.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Play action. Now it's Murray. He sets to fire deep. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
In motion left goes Jones. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Throwing on 2nd down. Watson got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
Gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
A give running right is Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On fourth down, Watson. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But he will not get away. He stops short of the marker.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Now Murray off play action. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant.
And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. They'll run with Hall.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Breece Hall hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have moved out in front. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now a 1st down throw, Watson.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Now this defense for the Bengals, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he's got some space here. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Boswell for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Going deep for Diggs. They've got his man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. On 2nd and 9, Murray. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 15.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
After the interception, here's Watson. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
That's good for a Saints.
Watson on 1st down.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. The Saints in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, so what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and won in the 1st round. I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, here's Hall.
And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. These two teams all tied after 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll get that out wide to Waddle.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Saints 10-yard line.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Here's Murray. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a third down gain of 4.
It's now 4th down.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty.
And the Saints are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, have 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
And he's up past the 10 to about the 12.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd down.
And he finds Parker here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
That's good for the Saints.
On 1st down, it's Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you're trying to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Ball again on 2nd down.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line.
61 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
That's a good run. Probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They'll run with Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
They really like to make the short field payoff. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Play fake. Murray.
to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
The kick by Bass is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Tyler Bass sends the kick off.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Take over first down 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Murray. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Going right back to Fant. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd down and goal. Murray. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
That's a nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stake situation. If he doesn't make a run that ball, there's a really slim chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Jalen Waddle in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
Tyler Bass sends the kickoff.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The ball popped in the air and intercepted.
And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3.
Taken from about the 12. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. It was a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the leg.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
James Cook
with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Watson. Drops it off for Chubb. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Chubb running right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
On fourth down, Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
102 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
On second and inches, Murray. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker towards the receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They'll run with Hall.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Breece Hall.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bengals take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is now 24.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the third quarter, 2nd and 10.
Handoff comes to Chubb. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw, Watson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Here we go on fourth. Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on first down.
Now Waddle on the jet sweep. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
And the Bengals are going to be set up with a first and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now Murray off play action. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
They'll look to run with Hall.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Breece Hall
with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season.
And the Bengals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. The extra point by Bass, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
It's a gain of a yard. And the Saints.
On 1st and 10, Watson.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Watson's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First target, first catch, and a first down.
With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
When we saw the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Throwing again on second down. Watson. Open man, here is Cobb. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
It's a gain of 31 yards.
They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. On second and goal, Watson being chased out left. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And I think the offense got it back. Yes, they did. At the 2-yard line is where they'll have it. Chubb. And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that first down marker. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what chance...
My day ones, yeah, the dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end.